You're coming too.
Join us as we grow from a building channel to a sailing channel.
One day we'll be floating in the tropics, and I'll be drinking a margarita.
Our heading is set south, and our home-built boat is getting us there. Can't wait to show you guys. We're Salt and Tar, and this is our life. We're happy to share, and thanks for watching. The last port in California, going southbound. From San Francisco, it's taken us 650 nautical miles to get here, and Mexico is within our reach. Redaviva has performed above and beyond any expectations we might have had, and now, to be completing our last leg in Cali, we're excited to finish the last 2 bigger projects before crossing the border, installing our wind vane and retensioning her rig. This makes the end of her sea trial. Not at all how we thought it would go, but so much better. Garrett signals to me at the helm to navigate around the fishing pots before we reach the channel. We pass Point Loma and stare down this 12-mile-long natural bay and urban jungle.
The amount of military activity here is insane. Warships back and forth.
What?
Got this other Navy ship coming up in front of me, and I've got Navy security up there. I think making sure I don't go too close to that Navy boat, but I have to stay far enough away from this Navy boat that's coming out. Like, ah!
The 3-mile-wide bay is home to a network of naval bases, and the busy Highway 5 parallels it. A maritime museum and international airport also call San Diego home. Oh, it's hard to film in this busy place. When we arrived, we were told the cruiser's anchorage was full, so we went deeper into the bay looking for a spot. We went under the Coronado Bridge in hopes Glorieta Bay wouldn't be full. Since no one answered the phone, we had no idea, and the sun was setting. We passed familiar boats, a part of the same migration, and a few we were dying to meet. Thankfully, the anchorage wasn't full, but unable to get a hold of anyone official, it was a restless night. Good morning, everybody. I'm getting into editing today, but this is our first morning in San Diego, and we have some of the coolest neighbors. Some of you might even know them.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, huh?
Not too many boat building couples in this world.
I know, right? Then just so happens that we ended up anchoring right next to him.
Susie and Jules might stop by here in a little bit and come check the boat out, and I hope that they'll return the favor and we get to check out Emerald Steel. Legends in budget boat building, it was surreal to have them on board.
We have a toolbox exactly there.
I always This is Port Orford cedar, and this is Western red cedar.
They built their steel boat nearly 40 years ago, but the similarities of our stories were uncanny.
I had a 1 month to move, and all I did is put the floor down so it's something to work from.
Yeah.
With the angles and stuff like that. It was same exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I watched your guys' like whole series of like your story and everything when we were up in Washington, because like we were still in the early stages of building the boat, and like, well, this is inspiring.
Not many attempt to build their own boat, and even fewer finish. From what first inspired this life, down to the age we started building.
23.
She was 23 years old at the time. Brought me a book. The book was Tao. After reading that book, I was changed man.
It was like looking into a mirror.
I had enough money left to buy a trailer and a pickup truck.
It's nice to know we're not the only crazy couple to attempt this.
At this point, we had just finished the cabin and the deck, and basically all we had was a shell.
Now we can start actually visualizing what's going to be in here. And here we both are, sharing the same anchorage, same dream.
It's a double U-joint with a slip yoke that hooks up, and then
So that's why
under
there's
there.
this somewhat awkward step up. And
Yeah.
It's not awkward.
Yeah.
It's a custom.
Yeah, custom.
You guys gotta come see our boat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love
But you see,
to.
our boat is almost 40 years old. It's still not finished.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Great.
so nice and wide. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
Garrett is doing a project that wasn't on the list, but our raw water pump went out a little while ago, and we just got the replacement pump. So he's gonna switch them out so we can get our wash down back online and the salt water tap back online in the sink, which will help us conserve our fresh water. That one looks like a beast. It is so beautiful outside today, but I think both of us will be kind of stuck down here for most of the day. I got my editing station, that never-ending lovely list. Up to pressure. Whoa!
Well, sweet.
Sweet.
Just do a pressure test, see if there's any leaks.
I'm making some progress over here, as well as some quick lunch with some leftovers. Bam, now it looks professional. Super simple. Half an avocado for each of us, leftover rice, little salt, pepper, olive oil, and like a quarter of a jalapeno. Lunch when you're ready.
Sweet. Good timing.
One pop-up project done, and on to planning one that's actually on the list. Garrett's building a strategy and a parts inventory for our water maker. We hoist anchor and head to the 4-hour public dock for a quick shore excursion. It's hard to tell exactly before you come into somewhere exactly what the situation's gonna be. So it looks like we're gonna try and back in. So I think this is the first time we've backed the boat in anywhere.
Oh yeah.
So a new first. But we got Jules and Susie behind us in the dinghy, so it's worked out.
Perfect timing.
It's perfect timing. Yeah, they were just cruising over in the dinghy because they went back to their mooring yesterday. And perfect timing to help, just in case we need it, bump us one way or the other. We're gonna go on the inside. Garrett loves a challenge. Timing wind, tides, currents, and our big, heavy, full keel girl. But time was saved with a little boost.
I was hoping that crosswind would still be blowing a little bit over here, but I think that's good for now. Yeah, she's got some wind. I can keep her off the dock. Foul line?
We got the lay of the land, what's useful and what's useless. Local knowledge is always the best. They even gave us their permit for the anchorage tomorrow night. All that before I finished my second cup of coffee.
Almost had it. I went a little past the dock because, see, this crosswind is back up now. And the crosswind was coming in, but then right when we got here, it totally died. So then I was like, you know, perfectly in line with the slip, but way over there.
Yeah.
Well, damn. So we got thrusters.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
helps.
The cruiser's thruster. Figuring out the regulations here has been tricky, but I think we're finally starting to figure it out.
Alright, hop on.
Here?
Yeah.
Come on.
We have one permitless night to kill, thanks to our friends aboard Dakota, who are a part of the Baja Haha fleet and have their own designated anchorage, for offering us to raft up for the night. This problem was solved.
We don't have any spreaders, so.
That's perfect. I was looking. It's good. That line is good.
We said hasta luego to Dakota and went back to the Glorieta Bay anchorage and took the day off.
A little time off the boat, a little short time.
Yeah.
We really haven't been leaving the boat much lately.
Yeah, we've had to move around almost every night.
Okay, set up the go, son. Sip on some margies.
Picnic. It has been a very long time since we've used this.
Yeah, finally cleaned it.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yes.
special, just a little picnic on the beach.
Hot dog time? Maybe. Ooh, they're nice and bloated. Oh, piggies. Oh. Cheers. Oh, you went for it. Yeah, I was gonna wait. And we're off.
Once again, leaving a perfectly great, mostly empty anchorage for reasons none other than unnecessary bureaucracy.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating if you think about it.
There's no room. You have to leave. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we were able to only get 2 permits and you're actually only allowed 3. But hopefully we're going to the A9, the cruiser's anchorage, and it says that there's availability. We have to go to the police dock to get an inspection and get the permit in person. So, and then we get it for 30 days. So we're hoping this might be the last time we have to move. Garrett's mom is coming down. I think his brother might be coming too in a few days to bring our hydro vane. So we might end up getting a slip for a couple days to install the hydro vane, and yeah, they'll probably crash on board with us through the weekend maybe. So we go back under the bridge and almost to the beginning of the harbor, and then somewhere, I don't know, maybe like this direction in the middle, right across the street from the airport, is the cruiser's anchorage.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so just head to the dock and give me a call. Right on, thank you, sir.
Good to go to the dock?
Yeah, I remember. I think there was some shoaling over here, so.
Go a little wider?
Yeah. That's the overall length of the boat. I told him 50 feet,
with the bowsprit, and he said, oh, it might be too big. So we'll see what happens.
There's 4 spaces, so it better not be too big. I don't really get mad, but I'm starting to get annoyed. Warship 52, he's only a mere 509 feet long. Somewhere there-ish. Down here so you can actually hear me. So we're at the police dock, which is also the customs dock. So if you're not from the US and you're leaving the US, this is where you would check out of the country. Or if you're coming back into the country, this is where you would check back into the country. We're gonna let them know that we're here and hopefully get a permit for the cruiser's anchorage, and that might be the end of our running around from anchorage to anchorage. Put out our necessary things. It's basically just making sure we have all safety, required safety gear and our documentation, and that we're not pumping overboard. Fire extinguishers, horn, flares, life jackets. Good. We were awarded our permit by 2 very nice officers, and we're in the clear. Alright, off to the A9 anchorage, but only for 1 night because Garrett's mom is showing up tomorrow with the hydrovane. So we'll be back here tied to a dock so we can install it. Woo! It is breezy today.
Clear of all the line?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and pop her in reverse for me.
Are you planning to get older too?
I'm hoping not.
You will
Cold
never
weather.
catch up to me.
Oh,
That was a cool high five.
it was super cool. Juicy hot wiener. I'm a little drunk. We were walking to the grocery store and then stumbled upon some like tiki bar